If you've been watching the national headline news this holiday season, thinking the real estate market is going to crash, well, welcome to Lake Geneva, where we didn't get the memo again. Because this past year, some homes flew off the shelves like summer fireworks, and some are sitting on them frozen, waiting for the spring market to thaw. So in this video, we're going to break down why that is, what that means for your price valuations, for you as home buyers next year, and your next moves. So here's the real theme. Prices held, buyers got selective, turnkey homes won, and overpriced homes stacked up on the market like holiday leftovers. So let's dive in. Do you want to know what kind of market we're in? Well, the months of inventory tells us that. We spent the bulk of the year in a balanced market, but right now, Walworth County, we're at 3.53, and Lake Geneva, we're at 3.06. Anything under 4 months of inventory means we're in a seller's market. But winter changes how that feels. Demand naturally softens. Luxury home buyers, they take a pause, and buyers, well, they're just not desperate. So sellers, they don't get to dictate, and buyers, well, you're not going to get everything you want. And that's really the tension that we've had all of 2025. All right, let's take a look at what's sold and what's sat. So here's where demand lived in 2025. Most sales took place between the $300,000 and $800,000 price range. There was a lot of inventory there and a lot of inventory above that $800,000 price range, but not a lot of demand. So translation, we had a healthy amount of supply and a healthy amount of demand for homes in the middle and upper middle class price range, but not enough buyers for the luxury market. So how strong was buyer demand this year? Well, that's what days on market tells us. In Walworth County, right now we're at 39 days, and in Lake Geneva, 51 days. They're both really at the bottom of the average range. So here's what's weird. We had more inventory, steady to fewer sales in November timeframe, but we had faster days on market, especially during the holiday season. It's odd. It's really odd. So that brings us to what really happened and the real underlying theme of 2025. We didn't just have a traditional balanced market. We had a divergent one. In this divergent market, only the right homes sold, and they sold fast. Well-priced, well-maintained, well-presented homes, they flew. Overpriced homes, they fossilized. So days on market dropped, not because everything sold, but because the few homes that did sell sold immediately. And that's why the market felt really fast and yet slow all at the same time. All right, so if you're still watching this, here's a quick story that explains everything. The weekend before Thanksgiving, the busiest week of the year, should have been dead, right? Well, my buyer, they see an impeccably priced home. I text the agent and said, hey, we're ready. And she texts back, we already have an offer. I'm like, okay, we'll get it done. By the time we had our offer in, they had 3 offers on the table. We had to write 3% over asking just to get a winning offer. That's the week of Thanksgiving. Meanwhile, there are luxury home listings that are just struggling to be seen. Moral of the story, the buyers haven't disappeared. They're just not entertaining delusional prices. So what else happened? Well, prices stayed rock solid this year. Case in point, median prices. Walworth County, $450,000. Lake Geneva, $583,000. So as you can see, Lake Geneva didn't get the memo about the doom and gloom headlines. And if you watched any of my videos from earlier this year, I said prices would hold strong, and they did. Here in Walworth County, selling at 96%. Lake Geneva, 96%. A students. So what this means is that homes sold within 3 to 4% of their asking price. This is really good in a balanced market, especially with the turmoil that we've had this year. This means that buyers are willing to pay near asking price if the home is positioned realistically. And that's really been the reoccurring theme of this year. So what about the luxury market? This graph shows that 62 homes sold this year that were above $1 million, and they closed on average of 3.38% below asking price. Translation, affluent buyers, they will spend, but only when the price makes sense. Just because they can buy it doesn't mean they will. So 2025 wasn't a cooling market, it was a clarifying one. Buyers, you saw more choices, more leverage, less chaos, but don't blink or the right home is going to be gone in a second. Sellers, overpriced homes means instant purgatory. If you want champagne prices, you need champagne conditions. And in 2026, all of these things that we saw, they're not going away in January. In fact, we're setting ourselves up to see 3 different scenarios, which I'll walk you through in our next upcoming video. So sellers, if you want a price valuation that's not automated or generic, reach out. Buyers, if you want help finding the right home so you don't miss out and have us safeguard you through the process, let us know and make your next move legendary.